This resin tutorial is going to be about creating simple elegance in our Colossal Crystal Edge Vanity Tray mold. Look at those chunky edges. This mold is not for the faint of heart. It takes about 44 ounces of resin to fill. I'm using Craftor products. There's a pearlescent white mica and some hyper hollow rose gold glitter from Solar Color Dust, and that's a bridal belt. More on that later. There's some cute little bottles of just Crafter's regular resin, and I used 1.5 large scoops of the white mica and 2 tiny scoops of that hyper hollow rose gold glitter because I knew I wanted somewhat of a rose gold edge to match that bridal belt crystal that I'm going to put in there later. And I was brave. I poured the mixture into these tiny little measuring cups that have a spout on the end to get them down into the crystal edges. And I did mix up 5 ounces of resin for these crystal areas, but I really needed about 6 ounces. Every time I poured this, I kind of shortchange myself and have to end up pouring more in the next layer. So I would say about 6 ounces fills these crystal edges, which is pretty funny considering 6 ounces fills some molds that you buy from China. But this one is the Colossal Crystal Edge Vanity Tray mold. And like I said, it's not for the faint of heart, but it does create a substantial, beautiful resin art piece that anyone would be proud to have on their vanity table. So I'm just filling the edges there. This took like hours to do, little bit by little bit, trying to get in all the cracks and crevices. And with this, I had to do it in several different pours. I'm doing the crystal edges first, and then I'm going to pour about 7 ounces to create a top layer. Oh, before I do that, I'm taking the white mica and just dusting along the midline. That way it won't be clear when I pour this resin in, which had to fill up some of those areas that I should have had more pink in. So I didn't dust all of it, just like a line all the way around. And after that's cured, then it's time to put in that little belt. And as you see, these are meant to put on brides' dresses on the sashes. And this is why I didn't do it against black, and I chose the white and the kind of rose gold color, because if I put black behind there, you see how the crystals are attached to a kind of see-through fabric? See-through if it's against white. If that was against black, you would see it. And you can't cut too close because those crystals are sewn on there and the whole thing would fall apart. And as you can see, I'm really not doing much of anything here. Probably making it worse. At least I didn't cut off a crystal. But I love this piece, and I chose the rose gold because the all silver ones I saw were kind of lost in translation. The rose gold, I think, made it stand out. So for this next part, I'm putting about 5 ounces down just to tack down this crystal area. I already have 7 ounces down, which is my face. So this is preventing any air bubbles. Like I had a perfectly air bubble free top, and now I'm pouring this just to tack down the piece. And because there were so many different size crystals, I'm taking this 5 ounce area just to tack it down and just pouring it over the top so the resin can seep in there. And then I'm just using tweezers, not very handily here, to flip it back over again. And this, like I said, it's almost the glue to hold it down. I knew I had to keep it. I probably should have poured a little bit more clear here as well, because I didn't want the white mica on the back to seep through the crystals. So I had to have enough to have this submerged. And I probably could have gone a little bit more because, as you'll see in the finished piece, it's a little bit submerged. And there I am trying to be real crafty using a ruler. Like I'm being so exact with this. Looks good for the video though. So I'm finishing up. That's just still the same 5 ounces that I'm using to tack down that bridal belt. Then for the back, the first part, I mixed up 12 ounces of the Craftor with 20 scoops of the white mica. And it's not done yet. I had to do a second batch of 10 ounces with 18 scoops of mica, but I probably should have done 12, so 12 and 12, because this mold does take that much resin to fill. But it's not like some other molds out there where you lay something down and there's not even enough room on the back to cover it. So after that cured for about a month, it didn't take that long. It was only overnight. Surprisingly, when you pour a lot of resin, it cures faster than when you pour a little bit of resin. And this thing weighs 2 pounds and 6 ounces. That's how much resin is in here. And it's quite a satisfying crunch as you're pulling those crystal edges off of there. But like I said, this mold is not for the faint of heart, but it does create beautiful pieces of resin art, substantial pieces that aren't just thick or thin plastic molds from China. And there's the finished piece. I just wanted it to be simple and white, and it is kind of bridal looking. Kevin thinks it looks like a cake, but Kevin always has some kind of opinion about it. I think our Colossal Crystal Edge Vanity Tray mold created a unique, one-of-a-kind piece that is simply elegant.